Hey there, kitty cats. Back after a little bit of a hiatus. It's me, Rob Sagimura, and this is Gay Bear Game Cave, where I play games bad and I look bad doing it. Uh, I'm playing my most recent obsession, which hasn't until date produced very much watchable content, which is Star Wars: The Old Republic, an old game that I have spent a great deal of money on, and uh, doesn't look perfect, but has chunky lads and lightsabers. And let's be honest, that's what I'm here for. My levels don't like the clapping. I'll clap as quietly as possible. So today we're going to run a little bit of later game missions in the Onslaught storyline, and let's go ahead and get started. And then later, maybe there'll be some boy kissing. Huh? All right, so I'm playing in the Jedi Knight storyline, which is you really have to convince me otherwise that it is not the intended storyline to play this game because it feels very main character. Look at that jingle jangle on my skirt. There are some graphical issues in this. It's um the Jedi Knight is very much running it's runs along the central storyline of the story. Fight the Emperor. The Emperor is at the center of everything. The whole story really ends up coming back to the Jedi Knight storyline in a lot of ways. I'm playing a Chiss because I love them, and I think he's very handsome, which is why almost all my characters look the same. And I'm playing very light aligned, but kind of making more neutral than Republic decisions. So here we go. Supreme Chancellor, pleased to meet you. I'm going to try not to skip stuff because I've been just like hammering the spacebar through this. It is a lot of Star Wars, though. Like, this is the thing, is if you like Star Wars, this game has about as much as you can absorb. And I love it. I've played all four of the Force-sensitive storylines to the end, though I played the Jedi Consular storyline a long time ago, and I remember almost nothing of it. I remember there's a plague or something, but I've recently played the Jedi Knight and the Sith Warrior 3 times through each, through the class stories, the opening stories. Great game. Honestly, from that aspect, it's a BioWare game, and it plays like a BioWare game. It's got a lot of fun story. It's if you want to play a Star Wars game, it's totally free. Go through the story, have a good time. Definitely play the PvP because war zones are great, and Galactic Starfighter is amazing to me. I love it. Yeah, these decisions are not really that important. It's just what dialogue I'm going to unlock. Which the first time I played through this mattered a little bit more, but this portion is not that important. Basically, what's going on is I'm going to be embroiled in a fight for this planet city, Corellia, which is very important to the story of Star Wars as a whole. And it's eventually going to lead me into a little dungeon, which is going to have some very fascinating and fun moments in it. Re-meet some new character or some old characters and a lot of stuff like that. I believe Meridian Complex that he's talking about here is the one. I tried to flirt with this big lizard, and he was not responsive, and that was very upsetting to me as a person. I was like, excuse me? My blue ass didn't get out of bed early today for not to be appreciated by big lizards. This is interesting, actually, right now. You can see that they're calling me Commander. It's because I'm currently in an unaligned organization. I start out as a Jedi Knight, but you kind of move more center no matter who you're playing as time goes on. But there's a chance to level back. I feel like a lot of games do that when they've got like a binary alignment, or not alignment, but alliance system, like WoW and things like that. Like, you kind of end up level setting back to center. I mean, like, the odd example out is ESO with 3 factions, where they never really play that up too much after the opening stuff. Like,
brought closer together as a result. Recognizing when help is needed can be very important, but recognizing who should be giving that help, that can be even more important.
I'll be nice to them.
Tao is doing well with Arm. They're both great Jedi.
I'm glad we agree. Now then, enough talk.
I'm technically not a Jedi anymore. I'm like a Jedi at heart, but not in allegiance. What is glowing in my pocket there? I've got a little bit of a glow happening right there. Is that a lightsaber in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? All right. Okay. This character right here, Lana Beniko. So cool.
Intriguing.
Sith Lord, but total pragmatist. A lot of fun in the game.
The usurpation of the master by the apprentice. Merely the pursuit of greater power.
Precisely. It's only natural that the strongest should lead, but the goal should be
She's so
strength,
cool.
not necessarily leadership. If
Also,
one
a lot of the characters are just terrified of her, which is great.
A unique point of view on this.
And here I come,
Perhaps that's why we aren't among the Sith.
lumbering Mr. Blue. I love this outfit I'm wearing too.
Passing the time with a bit of philosophical discussion.
Yes, quite enjoyably, in fact.
Now, I like the voice actor for the Jedi Knight quite a bit. I think he does a great job. The voice actor for, well, I don't even know if they're different voice actors, but the voice for the Sith Warrior is the best. And the Sith Warrior is maybe a slightly more fun storyline. The Jedi Knight storyline leads so heavily into basically you're the main character of this game that it actually kind of takes a little bit of away from me. I go back and forth because it is really, like, from a role-playing perspective, it's really nice to be, like, my character is the hero. But from the other side, it's kind of like, it almost makes it weird that the other characters aren't. Like, I love the Sith Inquisitor storyline. The Sith Inquisitor storyline has some stuff in it that no other storyline has. But you are almost inconsequential to the events of the game until they decide you are. The Sith Warrior is kind of like a nice even point between that, because you don't just get thrown immediately into how the entire galaxy is being handled. You're kind of like, you kind of really build up. Okay, so you see right here, I have this set up so I can see what the choices do. This is one of the decisions in the game that will give you either light side or dark side points. I almost always pick the light side points, in part because I personally don't like to hurt civilians in my human life. So I'll pick that here, and you'll see I'll get a little notification here that I've gotten some light side points. They don't affect a huge amount in game. Some of your interactions with other characters, some of the choices that you're able to do, things like that. But you can be an entirely dark side aligned Jedi Knight, and you can be an entirely light side aligned Sith Warrior, which is what my other characters are. And I'll say part of that is I don't like doing the dark side choices just because they're sad. Like, they make you do mean and sad things. And I have a lot of opinions about that because I have a Book of the Sith and a Sith holocron and a Sith lightsaber here in this room with me. But the redeemed Sith Warrior, the Sith Warrior with maxed out light side points, is a very interesting storyline. All right, so here we go. I'm on Corellia. It's been heavily damaged. There's a lot of cutscenes in this game, but almost everything is skippable. And if you miss something, it's very easy to escape out of it and then skip forward to what you missed. Pretty good. This is Tao. She's wicked cool. If you don't think Tao is cool, Arn is very cool too, but he's a big old Padawan nerd. All right.
Time to kick the Empire off Corellia for good.
The thing about it too is there's so much replay value because there's 8 storylines. The storylines really affect how the game goes, and the storylines branch a great deal. Not just if you go light or dark, but if you decide to side with the Empire, or if you decide to side with the Republic, if you decide that a certain character lives, if you decide that another doesn't. It's a lot of fun and very interesting. very, very, very fun. And I think that the power sets are very good. There's been a lot of complaints lately about how in this update people don't like it. I think it's very good for a returning player. People always hate when they prune, and you cannot have a game where you don't prune powers regularly. It is not sustainable. Because otherwise you end up with 1,000 things. And I'm a fan of Final Fantasy 14, and I feel like people don't complain about it a lot there. Maybe I'm just missing that. Also, you can tell how much money I've spent in this game. Please don't tell my husband, because look how I have 2 extraordinarily rare drops from the crates in my equip right now. But I play Final Fantasy 14, and Final Fantasy 14 is a heavily pruned game. I main Summoner, and Summoner does not have half the stuff it used to have. More than half. Half is such an understatement. So I don't mind prunes. I used to play this. I actually found that it was too old school MMO and that it was very ability heavy. I feel like it has lost a lot of that now. Like, you can generally play your character off of your bar instead of having to click around into other things. Granted, I'm not now, nor have I ever been a competitive MMO player, but like, oop, did I miss the elevator? Nope. Now I did. But like, I want a bar. I have a 12-button mouse, or more than 12 buttons, but I have 12 hotkeys for abilities on my mouse. I have 12 items on my bar. That's what I want to do. Do not glut me with too many abilities. Oh my god, my ear itches so bad right now. What foreign object can I put in my ear? Don't go down. Do I have to fight this? Yeah, but it's easy. I have done this only once before, which I actually think it's fun, so I should have done it more. I don't do a lot of group content in this game besides PvP, and I tend to do the flashpoints, which are dungeons, once. So I think I'm missing out on a lot of the way that people play this game, but I don't know. You don't, especially with old content, you don't really need to stick around in it. And one of the things for me is that I love old content in any game, because that's the replay value, right? That's how you stick around in a game, is you play the stuff that nobody's playing anymore. Or if people are playing it, they had to have made it worth their while. So I think that's always more interesting. All right. So again, I'm playing the Jedi Knight. I'm specifically playing the Jedi Sentinel because powers and storylines are no longer linked. You either tech or force-based, and if you are force-based, you can have any power set. So like, and you actually get 2 now, which is hugely interesting. So I'm playing a Sentinel, which is a Jedi that uses 2 lightsabers. There's also the Guardian, which is melee and uses 1 lightsaber. The Shadow, that uses a dual saber or a pole saber and is mixed mid-range melee. And then lastly, there's the Sage, which is, for lack of a better word, magic DPS. Ranged magic style DPS. This thing's trying to eat my butt. So I like the Sage a lot. It throws rocks, and that's the part that I always have trouble not enjoying. Like, I have trouble not going back to the Sage, but the Inquisitor is lightning and Sith magic based, so my other side of this character is Inquisitor. The Inquisitor being the cognate to the Jedi Consular, or Jedi Sage. So yeah, I have an Inquisitor, is Sage, Sentinel is Marauder, Juggernaut is Guardian, and Shadow is Assassin. I remember this boss fight being harder, but maybe it's just because my inventory is full. Oh my, I have quite a few things in my inventory. What's this? Ooh, I have so much junk in my inventory, y'all. Alright. Because I want that plant. take care of this satchel. There's just junk in here. There's just trash. I just have trash in my inventory. To call down my cargo. I have to buy an inventory slot right now. Where are you? There you are. All right, there's my plant. The cargo hold is also full. I'm literally buying a space in my cargo hold just to put the, because I don't want to lose this stuff. That's all stuff I'm gonna sell. Oh, it just gave me the drop of, you have 2 characters that rejoin you at this point, and it just dropped me all of their equipment. I don't care about these either. How is this? Is this good enough for now? Yeah, that's enough spaces for now. I guess I can always just give some junk to my friends here. Put this battle crawler in my inventory, or my collection. Forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, there's basically four force sensitive classes, and you either go Sith style or Jedi style, and then there's 4 tech classes, and you go either Republic style or Empire style. I want to say, oh, I don't remember how to go through this part. Do I actually have to go forward? Yes, it's blocked. I want to say it's, oh my god, this is embarrassing. Smuggler and Trooper are 2 of them. And then they have the equivalent of Bounty Hunter and, oh, this is so embarrassing. I've played this game so much recently, and I don't even remember what the tech classes are. Obviously, I wanted to play with the Force. And the thing is, when you go into Battlegrounds and stuff, I think that there's more Force-sensitive players than there are, like, textile players. Textile. Cloth players. I think that they're very good. I think that, like, the Trooper, I have heard, and this is just what I've heard, is like especially in PvP, is the, like, watch out. Like, if you see the Trooper goes down first. And I've definitely played with people who play those classes and do a great job. So there are people out there who do them. I just think that it's skewed. Yeah, so you can choose any one of the Jedi power sets, or one of the Force-sensitive power sets, and carry it through the game, whether you're a Jedi Knight, Consular, Inquisitor, or Sith Inquisitor, or Sith Warrior. They unlock that, so you can have those dark side powers and secretly be a Jedi and things like that. So I really like that. That's kind of my deal in what I like in the games, or in the stories of Star Wars. You know, that's why Revan is so popular, and he, by the way, is also in this game a lot. You know, and there's some precedent for that. I mean, it's easier to explain why a Sith Warrior has Jedi powers, because Jedi powers are not, you know, as flavored. Like, if I throw a rock as a Sith Warrior, that's not weird. But a Jedi who has lightning is a little bit different, and, you know, there's a little bit of precedent in some parts of the game to get those things. It's very cool. I don't want to spoil any of it, but especially the Jedi Knight has an opportunity to learn some Sith magic. Very cool stuff if you're a big dumb nerd like I am. Big dumb nerd! So we're just powering through this dungeon. It's Flashpoint, as they are called. I think there are 2 bosses left, one of which is a fun surprise, and then the other of which I have no recollection. Ugh, I don't want to fight these guys. I wish I was on my stealth character. It's the one really great thing about the stealth characters in this game, is that, like, it really does what it says on the tin. You can just skip a lot of these solo encounters. Sorry, I'm compulsively checking my map and inventory. I'll go this way. These guys will look this up. Sorry if you guys can hear the vibrate going off on my phone. Got it on a thing, but I should really silence it. But then I'd have to take my hand off the mouse, and that's where it belongs. I think I have that mask. Yep, so I'm just killing some Sith and some Imperials. It's funny because the Jedi are always like, we have to spare everybody we can. And in this game, like, you know, it's not canon anymore, the stuff from this game. Look at Tao's lightsaber. I like how it tapers off there. It's very cool. This game isn't canon anymore, but like a big part of this game is starting to recognize the hypocrisy of the Jedi and how stupid some of the stuff they do is. Like, you know, it's almost like the Jedi come from this place of privilege, which is very funny. Oh, I remember this fight. I hate this guy. What is this Sith oppressor? Where did you come from? Okay, well, I'm fighting who Arn's fighting. So it does become... It would be very easy for this game to be like, you're either playing an evil character or you're playing a good character. You're either in the Empire and you're bad, or you're in the Republic and you're good. And there's definitely a lot of that. Like, the Empire has slaves. It's hard to defend slavery. I would say it's impossible and also not encouraged. But the elements of people in the Empire, that there are good people in the Empire trying to do good things, or you can be trying to redeem it and things like that. That part is really interesting, and also showing off that just because the Republic is akin to the world that we recognize right now around us doesn't mean that it's all good. You know, you've got some very negative characters in the Republic. Very, very interesting stuff. Ooh. Commander Aster Hollow. Is that... Oh, Shay Vizsla. She's a very cool character. Lady Mandalorian. Super strong. Very fun boss fight when you have to fight her. Yeah, very cool character. Alright. I wish I could remember what the names of the other classes are. It's so weird. Oh, excuse me. I have weapons for them on my character right now, so it's especially stupid. One of the things that's really funny about this is that you can share so much between your characters. So I've got one set of equipment for my Sith and Jedi characters. It's actually on this character right now, which is why it's got so much junk on him. But I really like that part of not having to just grind into death for certain things. Because I you know, real talk is I come back to this game periodically, but I've never really played it long term until recently, because I wanted to see Boys Kiss, and I found out that that was a potentiality. One might say the most important potentiality. And so I came back recently after we went to Disney, because obviously Disney is like the place to go if you care about Star Wars right now. And I'm having a great time. But the thing is, it's like, you know, I poured a lot of both time and money into this game, because unfortunately, as a free-to-play game, it's the most expensive type of game. You know, I've put all of those resources into this. I don't plan on playing it long term. I'm actually thinking about going back to WoW, which I feel conflicted about, but it's one of my favorite games, and it's hard to ever say that it's not. It definitely is. Which is, yeah, it's you know, I'm coming to terms with the fact that a lot of video game companies are bad companies, and I hope that my advocacy in life is reaching them, and I know that it's not. And the alternative is that I never get to do my favorite thing, and that is something I'm just not mature enough for. And you know, that is something I've struggled a lot with, is supporting companies that are doing bad things. Like, I don't know. As my friend says, there's no ethical consumption or capitalism if you play video games. That is the most true. And I hate it. Can I get through here without having to fight these guys? Yeah, it looks like it. I think they want to get me to the boss fight in this part. And I believe there was only 3 bosses in this flashpoint. And I know who the last one is because it's like a big story point. Oh, shucks. Really had to be that diva, didn't you? Come on, diva. So, you know, going back to it a little bit, in Star Wars The Old Republic, with the Star Wars Republic, there are, basically 8 classes, and each class has 3 specializations. So for the Force sensitive side, Juggernaut slash Guardian has a tank spec, and Inquisitor slash Sage, I can't remember if it's called Sage, Siege, or Seer, or Consular anymore. They have a healing spec. And the thing about that is that those are boring and stupid, and everybody should only ever play DPS, especially in this game where you don't really have to have tanks. You do, but I don't like playing them. I just belched into the microphone. I hope that's okay. But I'm playing what's probably one of my favorite specs, if not my favorite spec, which is Concentration, as it's called for the Sentinel, or I believe it's called Fury for the Marauder, which is based around buffing your own attacks with other attacks, just doing burst, big chunks of burst. On the other side of it, I really like Watchmen slash... Not Carnage. What is the Marauder version called? I don't remember, but it does... It's basically melee dots. Very, very fun. Also playing Madness on the Inquisitor, which is melee range dots, and then direct damage dots, which is lightning. But I always call it Enlightening, because I'm stupid. Because I like the play on words. Because, like, I'm putting lightning on them. It's the stupidest thing I've ever tried to explain to people why it's important to me. Actually, you know what? Maybe if I have time, maybe I'll change specs so I can show off a little bit. Because another nice thing is you can't change what they call combat styles, but you can change disciplines. So I'm going to switch over to Watchmen because I think Watchmen is very, 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 very good single target. It's also extremely fun to play. So we're going to switch over to Watchmen and see what it looks like as I fight this secret boss that nobody sees coming. Just kidding, they've telegraphed it the entire time. It's him. Spoiler alert.
I've been looking forward to this.
I'm clearly a Sith.
Didn't you bring that old fool with you? I'm told he survived our last encounter.
Couldn't kill one poor old Jedi. You're slowing down in your old age.
Am
I love my character. Also, look how handsome he is.
Shield system failure imminent. Shall we die together?
You think we'd give up so easily?
I think
Tawadera is cool. She's tall. She's got that great haircut. Cool armor. Cool lightsaber. I don't know how her story ends though, so I hope it's not bad. Alright, I'm going to do this. Beep, beep, beep. Build up some stacks on my boof. Every character has at least one of these abilities where you just meditate to regain health. And some of them are really stupid. Introspection is the saddest way to spend my time. I don't do that in real life. How would I do it in a video game? This feels fast, doesn't it? Stop targeting me. What did I do? Could have used my jump there, but I did not. My dot's still up. My dot is not up. Oops. So I have this thing equipped that basically maintains my dot when I hit with a melee ability, and it's... Oop, kill this guy. and I'm not doing a good job of maintaining it, it looks like. That is one of the abilities that looks better on the, what do you call it? On the Marauder, because it's a big claw mark across from them. Also, their dot leaves a hole in the middle of them. Okay, it is refreshing. I'm just not doing it. That's refreshing. Yeah, Watchman's fun because it has like a lot of rapid fire buttons. Oh, do I just not have enough? That's wild. Didn't probably need to refresh that, but I'm also overgeared for this. All the lightsaber throws really get me. Very big into a thrown lightsaber. That was Malgus. He's not super hard. I don't remember him being super hard, but this is story mode. It's got a nice lightsaber. I did buy it off the auction house.
I should have known.
Tao's is cool
Just a
too.
story. If anyone could destroy him, it was you. No matter. I will not fail. Your shipyard will crumble. Your republic will burn.
It's not very nice. Why did we hang this super heavy and volatile thing above our most fragile parts? Aye, Wilhelm scream. I love the way he ran. Whoa. Yeah, graphically, there's a little bit of issue. This game loves to clip. But sometimes you can use it for your own fun.
Structural support units deployed. Fire suppression systems activated. External defensive systems restored. Targeting hostiles. Now.
All forces, our assault has failed. The shields cannot be penetrated.
Oh, it was a ship. Is that what he dropped? It was a ship. Sorry, I got kind of engrossed. I forgot about this part. Woo! Battle's won. Alright, well that was Meridian Complex. It's pretty much what I wanted to show you today until I get to the next part, which I'll show a little bit later. Well, we might as well finish up this section. We can see the end of the story, right? Oh, there's a lot of long, luxurious views of space in this game.
The conquering hero. You saved the day again. Well done.
I love all the flirt options, but in one of my playthroughs I chose too many of them, and everybody was just assuming they were in a relationship with me.
It wasn't easy, but we pulled it off.
We're getting a mountain of good intel out of the captured soldiers and ship crews, not to mention data from the wreckage. Exciting times, but I won't keep you. Just wanted to pass on my congratulations. See you around.
Should have closed this chat window a long time ago. It's boring and annoying. Oh, I think this is an important story moment, and I haven't decided how I'm going to pursue it, but I think I do actually now.
Well, if it isn't one of my new favorite people.
Tao and Arn both escaped with only minor injuries. They'll be along shortly. All Corellia forces are still on alert, but it would seem Malgus has escaped us once again.
Whatever, Loserhead. How do you get your shirt on?
We'll get him eventually.
Seems like that collar should be torn up.
Back up in a matter of days. We'll get new ships to our frontline units in no time. The Empire committed a lot to this attack. They're going to be hurting for a while, and we'll be ready to press the advantage.
Malgus almost had us with this tech. What are we doing to track it down?
The very ships that exited the system toward Imperial space we know of.
You know, that's one thing I'll give to Star Wars. They're always like, aliens, aliens, aliens. We've got
If
so
you
many
know of the Republic
aliens.
who's not in the Republic, at least not for some years now.
I believe there's a simple solution, Chancellor.
I agree. Consider this your formal invitation, Commander. Come back to us. Join the Republic. And bring all your friends and your planet with you.
All of my people? You know that some of them were part of the Sith Empire.
I do. And if you were willing to give them a chance, then so am I.
Ugh. I forgot that this came up so much.
With a senator and everything. Every one of your people, even the ones with criminal charges or intelligence files with frowny faces on them, they all get clean records and citizenship if they want it. What's more, you'll be heading a new initiative we're cooking up. One I think you'll like. General?
Task Force Nova. A joint military and civilian effort to help the Jedi rebuild.
Ugh, it's really
My
lucrative,
research
isn't it?
suggests that there are still countless Jedi scattered across the galaxy. We will
Realistically, my
find
character.
them, and we will build them a new home.
The Jedi have gotten by fine without me for a long time.
I don't know what he would do.
I think the current state of the Jedi Order is in strong evidence to the contrary. Rebuilding the Jedi means rebuilding the Jedi High Council. I can think
Oh, they
of
really
no
do
matter
offer
what
a lot to my character in this, don't they?
First member. After all, in times like these, the role of Battlemaster.
I forget the exact moment you were made the Battle Master, but it happens.
We'll provide security, reconnaissance, and intelligence.
That's quite an offer.
Of course, if you'd rather keep the Alliance as it is, that's fine too. You'll still be our top ally.
Ugh.
And we'll still want your
Who doesn't
help
want to be on the
for
Jedi Council?
the rest. The titles, the areas of responsibility, that's all a package deal for signing up.
I'm sorry, he's hot.
That's the Republic and the Jedi.
I guess he's just the shape I like in a
Alliance as
man.
it is.
Alright, fine, I'll join the Republic.
I've been away from the Republic and the Jedi for too long. Count me in.
Welcome to the Galactic Republic. Now then, this is going to take quite a bit of paperwork.
This character would do it. I know that's really stupid, but like this character would rejoin the Republic. I promise not the whole game is this cutscene heavy. But anyways, that's one of the many branches you can take to get to this point in the game. Involves a lot of fighting and a lot of weird politics and magic.
It will take some time to redecorate Odessa to coincide with our new allegiance, but I'll have the process started as soon as possible. Fitting in with the Republic, with the Jedi, should be interesting. Master Doral, at least, seems open.
See, Lana is just
Told you he was all right.
a decent person. Okay, well, she does also torture people, I think. But
By the canteen. I understand one of the generals is offering free drinks for anyone with impressive Corellia story.
But to the action he's
they
on,
added in the later storylines these frequent trips to the bar.
we've started the attack.
Oh, and there's Arnentau.
Need a minute of your time. By all means.
Well, if it isn't the improvised free climbing champion of Corellia. When he smashed the platform, it was all over. I can't believe he managed to get back up there and fix the shields. You're everything they say you are. And so was Melvis. We were lucky to survive it all.
I literally could have soloed him.
If you hadn't been there.
You wimps.
Thanks.
Do the two of you have a new mission yet?
There's so much spoken dialogue and so much lore in this game. It's absolutely nuts. And for somebody who's a Star Wars idiot like I am, it's just so engrossing.
When Arn and I were buried in all of that wreckage, we didn't dig ourselves out. We had help.
Hello?
From some long-lost friends.
Oops. Spoiler alert.
We meet again at last.
It's my secret missing boyfriend.
On next shot. You've been following.
So this is Lord Scourge,
Why?
a relatively important character in the Star Wars
What are you talking
Legends canon.
Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorian, whatever his name. He was a part of you. We all felt his destruction, but he has always been a master of pursuit. We had to be sure that he wasn't lingering in your mind, hidden waiting.
By the way, that's what the Sith used to look like.
Die at Death Star's. We are sure.
Why didn't you come back sooner?
We can't risk staying more here. Let's travel to your base on Odessa. It should be safe.
I'm trying to look for an actual stopping point, but this game does this to you where they're just like, by the way, more stuff is happening. Pan away, pan away, pan away so I can end this part of the video. It makes like this sound. Alright. You know what? I just gotta call it. So, I'm sorry if that was longer than I expected, but it's a big chunk of Star Wars The Old Republic. Oh, and here's the credits. A great Star Wars game if you are looking for that lore piece. It's like the... If you really want to dig deep into some Star Wars lore, especially stuff that you don't have to worry about because it's not official, technically, you really just jump into Star Wars The Old Republic. Don't spend the money like I did. Enjoy what you can for free unless you find that it's blocking you, in which case, dedicate how much you'd play for a game. Say, I've got $60, that's all I'm going to pay. So otherwise, just go in and have some fun and play some Star Wars stuff. So, as always, I'm Rob Sagimura. Nice to be back. And this has been Gay Bear Game Cave, where we play games bad. We look so bad doing it. Alright, I'll see you guys soon.